Namaste everyone, welcome to another class of Desa Yogi. My name is Juan Carlos and today we're going to be doing some standing asanas that I would love to decompose and show the asanas using a few props. The first prop that we're going to be using is the wall. As you can see, I'm just sitting next to the wall, putting my back and aligning my back with the wall. We're going to be using a couple of blocks and a bell and a blanket. Always. So your main props at home. And we're going to begin in a simple sitting cross-leg position, a Swastikasana or Sukhasana. And as you can see, I want you guys to be aware of bringing the foot to the side and to align the inner and the outer leg, not like this, but like this. And try to bring that leg under one of the knees. So take your time to make sure that the outer edge of this foot is, both of them are parallel, and the outer ankle is not touching the floor, and that you will align the center of your legs, of your lower legs, in one line. The center of them, one line, outer edges of the feet, outer ankles not touching the floor, making sure the legs are in external rotation. Find your sitting bones and try to make sure that you bring your sacrum towards the wall. And I want you guys to bring your hands towards your knees and bring the rest of the back into the wall. So take a few breaths to press yourself back as you inhale. And as you exhale, make sure you squeeze your rib cage in, your belly button in. We're going to be here for a few breaths until we settle into the space. So Swastikasana, again, as you inhale, outer edges of the feet, outer ankles not touching the floor, sacrum into the wall, lengthening the spine, especially lower back and shoulder blades, lengthening the neck, back of the head pressing the wall. So sacrum and back of the head pressing the wall, shoulder blades pushing forward to open the chest. The hands are helping my body to really find that line with the wall. So we stay here. Inhalation, keep the shoulders resisting the inhalation. The direction of the shoulders is down. As you exhale, I want you to focus on squeezing the rib cage and bringing the belly button in. One more time. Inhalation, resisting the shoulders, pushing sacrum, back of the head. Exhalation, rib cage, belly button in. And the last one. Okay. Exhalation, relax in Swastikasana. We keep the same asana, but we're going to be crossing the legs. Same. One foot is under the knee, the other one is also supporting the knee. Outer edges, outer ankle not touching the floor. Legs are opening to the side. If you're too much like this, it's okay, no problem. Just make sure you push yourself towards the back. Sacrum is fully supported. Shoulder blades in. Shoulder resisting the inhalation to be able to find expansion on the rib cage. Inhale. Use your legs and your hands, if you are too much like this, to start getting a little bit of tension. And with the exhalation, just try to release the tension as you are elevating yourself from the outer edges of the feet. Smiling internally, full exhalation, squeezing the rib cage, belly button in, lengthening size of the trunk, lengthening size of the neck. Opening the elbows to the side a little bit to see if you can find some expansion. So lateral gaining of distance. Remember, we have extension, we get space on the vertical line, and we have expansion when we get space on the horizontal lateral plane. Okay. We change the legs again. And we try to keep on working with the external rotation of the legs, lengthening and softening the inner legs. And from there, we're going to take a deep inhale and we're going to bring the hands up into Urdhva Hastasana. So I want you to press the thumbs back, and as you inhale, you keep on bringing the shoulders down, resisting the shoulders to see if you can really expand and feel the rib cage. Exhale, squeeze in, belly button in. Inhale, use the hands from the connection of the shoulder blades to lengthen a little bit more the trunk. Press the thumbs, press the back, press the sacrum. Inhale, and with the next exhale, I want you guys to go towards your left side and to start like lengthening your left side of the trunk. So I will just press my hand back, externally rotate, bring that shoulder blade back, and I want you to lengthen your left side as you're going to the right. Remember that I'm mirroring you. Inhale, so as you inhale, you really bring that left leg down and you really lengthen that left side of the trunk. Full external rotation on both shoulders, elbows, and hands. And you just holding yourself, the shoulder up, and you're lengthening. So the length comes from the hip. Try to make sure that you keep everything towards the wall. With the next inhale, come up. Bring your arms to the side. Press the back of the hand towards the wall. Full external rotation to really like bring the shoulder blades in. Inhale, arms up. Keep that connection with the wall, and with the exhalation, we go to the other side. We lengthen now our right side. Full external rotation, bring the shoulder blades toward the wall, and the eye of the elbow is trying to look forward, and I want you to start like lengthening now your right side. Inhale fully, press back. With the exhalation, squeeze the rib cage and the navel. You can even start like looking back to move the neck. With the next inhale, we come back. Now we are aware of the lengthening of the sides of the trunk. I want you to start also like working with the neck. Again, shoulders up, down. With the next exhale, we're going to turn the head to the side. This will be your left side. And turn to my right side, so this will be your left side. So I want you to push the head towards the wall as you are like pressing the shoulder blades forward and you're pushing the sacrum. This for neck pain is amazing. So it will help you to really connect, and it is in osteopathy a technique called muscle energy technique. So we are like using the muscles to press against the wall, and then we're going to turn to the other side. With the next inhale, we come back, we exhale, we press the head back. Press the cervical towards the front as you're like pushing the shoulder blades in. And with the next exhale, we go to the other side. Keep both shoulder blades stapled into the wall and turn as much as you can. Be aware of the difference on both sides, and then pressing the head, inhale, shoulders resisting the inhalation. Exhale. Ribcage in, belly button in. Check if the sacrum is still in. 3 breaths on each side at least. Remember, this is just like a demo class, so I want you guys to, if you feel like you like the exercise, you feel like practicing a little bit more, you stop the video and you just keep on working, and then you keep on playing your video as the class go. With the next inhale, come back. Last connection. Back, sacrum, shoulder blades forward. Inhale. Feel the expansion of the rib cage. Try to make sure that the outer shoulders roll back as the consequence of pushing forward the shoulder blades. How much awareness can you gain with the back straight? Inhale, and when the exhale, release. I feel like as activating that, we're going to do a forward bend. So we're going to change the cross of the legs again. Inhale, try to gain space as much as you can, and with the exhalation, I want you guys to roll forward. Before going fully down, cup shape, external rotation, inhale, Try to create the same space as you create on the wall, and then with the exhalation, squeeze as much as you can your rib cage and your navel in, and just keep on pushing yourself towards the blanket, towards your prop, and exhale down. Round your back as much as you can. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, squeezing your rib cage, navel in, belly button in. 3 breaths fully. Pressing yourself, but at the same time lengthening the structure, the spine. Making sure as you are rounding the back that you feel the inhalation through the spine, full external rotation on the shoulder blades complex. Exhale. Bring yourself a little bit low. With the next inhale, we slowly come up into Tadasana. So, as you're coming up into Tadasana, you bring your blanket away and grab your 2 blocks. First action in Tadasana. We're going to begin from the floor, and we're going to try to make the block towards the wall, and we're going to stand with the block in the corner of the heel, the inner heels, because we want to start like activating the inner heels. Okay, so Tadasana with 2 blocks. First, on the ankle, finding the balance in between the inner and the outer ankle. Remember that in Swastikasana we were working on this E version in anatomy, we call it. Okay, so connect with the inner ankles. I want you guys to bring your second block into the wall. And grab the belt also, because we're going to be working a little bit with the arm. So Tadasana, you already have a distance from the block, but I want you to turn and tilt your pelvis until you make sure that the sacrum is on the wall. And just take your belt. I have a nice loop already. I will fold it like in 3 or 4, making sure that I create a nice grip for the belt. So you fold it in half, and then again in half. Basically, you want to create a nice grip for the belt. And I want you to squeeze your legs as much as you can. Full activation, making sure that you watch your kneecaps, and the kneecaps are facing forward. This will give you a little bit of an understanding on the alignment of the legs. So squeezing the legs in, lift of the toes to lift of the arches, and to lift everything from the inner leg. Micro bend the legs, because I really want you guys to connect with your inner calf and how strong are your inner quads. Okay, you are doctors in your inner legs. Sacrum in the back. With the next inhale, try to like expand and extend the belt, and Urdhva Hastasana in Tadasana. Extend your legs as you exhale, and as you inhale, look down to really make sure you push your lower back, your sacrum, and you try to relax your buttock. Press everything to the wall. Sacrum, shoulder blades, back of the head, hands. Inhale, receive the shoulders down as you inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze, keep your toes up, because you really want to warm up those arches of the feet. Remember that every pose is a restructuring space. We are restructuring the body. We are teaching the body. We're accessing the mind through our body. 3 more breaths. Resisting the shoulders down, but keep on like lengthening the structure. Press the hands, press the head, press the sacrum. Push yourself towards the wall. You can do 3, 5, 10 if you feel like. Inhale. With the next exhale, release the belt. And now that you felt the connection of your inner legs, slowly, I want you to go to Utthita, Hasta, Padasana. Utthita, Hasta, Padasana. Normally in Iyengar yoga, we will just like come into the center, take a deep inhale, and jump. We can do that a few times just to warm up. From there, come back up. Tadasana. Try to align exactly as you did. Squeeze the legs in, lift the toes to lift the arches, and from there, sacrum, back, sides of the hand to always create. As you're pushing back, you are creating the resistance with the front part of the body. One more time, inhale, and with the exhalation, jump back. Bring everything to the back, Utthita Hastasana. Let's just stay a little bit there just to feel it. First, I want you to bring your hands to the end of the outer edges of the legs, the sides of the leg, where you meet with the hip. So stay there for a moment. Shoulders back, shoulder blades into the body, sacrum, head into the wall. Stay there for a few breaths. Making sure you squeeze the legs in, but you bring the weight also towards the outer edges of the feet. Spread your toes to really ground and balance the four corners of your feet. Remember that we have 1 point on the big toe, on the metatarsus of this pinky toe, and 2 on the inner and the outer heels. So both of them in both feet has to be grounded. Squeeze the legs in as you did with the block, but ground the outer edges of the feet as you were doing with Swastikasana. Making sure that the pelvis is aligned, making sure that the rib cage is pumping and the diaphragm is flowing. Shoulders back, lengthening the neck. Exhaling completely. Smile into your body. Utthita Hastasana. Okay, we keep on like developing full awareness of the body. Utthita Hastasana. Remember, Utthita Hastas and Padas. We open dorsals towards the back. You can see as you press the back of the hand, you can rotate more the shoulders. As you exhale, fully into the rib cage, fully into the belly button, lengthening the sides of the neck, lengthening the sides of the trunk, resisting with the shoulders. Stay there. Squeezing the legs in. Full pose, at least 3 to 5 breaths. Deep inhalation, resisting with the shoulders, sacrum, back of the head. Exhalation, rib cage, belly button in. Keep the connection with the four corners of the feet. Exhale, softening your face, your eyeballs, and your jaw. There's a lot of tension many times on the jaw. So you can try like opening and releasing the jaw. Okay, release the hands and come back into Tadasana. As you will come back into Tadasana, again, we're going to go now to Vrksasana. So we're going to be balancing. It won't be so much of a balance because we're going to be next to the wall, and we're going to try that later. So from Tadasana, we want you guys to really like understand the outer rotation of the leg as we were doing in Swastikasana. So outer rotation of the leg to the side, tucking your tailbone in, or lengthening or scooping your tailbone, whatever you want to like understand that action, but using the wall as a reference for the sacrum. I want you to bring your left foot into your bone, into your femur bone. Same action with the foot. Bring the heel towards the bone, the highest as you can. Doesn't matter the angle of the leg at the beginning, but let's stay there. Squeeze both legs in. You can even try to like raise the toes up. Hands to the side first, and then from there, opening the hands to the floor, to the side. Press yourself. With the next inhale, up into Urdhva Hastasana in Vrksasana. Stay there, and the challenge will be to keep on bringing the knee back as you squeeze the legs in. Again, inhalation, sacrum, resisting the shoulders, creating space for the sides of the trunk, neck, lift up. Inhale, and with the next exhale, bring your head a little bit forward. Join your hands together in Namaskarasana. Squeeze your elbows in, and then try to press your head back. Full pose. Ground your toes, and with the next inhale, slowly bring yourself out of the wall. You can even use like open your thumbs and touch the wall with your thumb if you cannot. Balance. This is a beautiful way to really like understand the asana. Inhale, with the next exhale, hand to the chest, open fully to externally rotate and connect with the shoulder blades, and then hands to the hip. Hand to the side. This time, instead of like going to that side, I felt one leg that needed a little like lengthening, so we go to a Uttanasana with the wall. So separate your legs hip width apart. Bend the legs and tilt as much as you carry your pelvis. Okay, I will just show this one from the side. So tilt as much as you can your pelvis to bring the sitting bones up, and then bringing the legs and keeping the legs a little bit bent. I want you guys to lengthen the back and fold yourself forward completely. So rounding the spine, using and holding your elbows, pulling the sides of the trunk as you exhale, squeezing your belly, squeezing your ribcage, belly button in. Few breath. Now remember the block. Squeeze the blocks in, or your imaginary block in, to find some more access in the inner hips. And then slowly you start like lengthening the legs, fully squeezing as much as you can the rib cage and your belly button. You stay there at least 1 or 2 minutes. Slowly use your elbows to come up and your arms, and then we come back to the center. We do the other leg. So from Tadasana, squeeze your legs in, sacrum into the floor. Again, you can always use your hands to really connect the shoulder blades into the body and to try to bring the corner of the shoulder, of the outer shoulder back, head back, resisting the front body and pushing the back body back to the floor, to the wall, sorry. Bringing the leg to the side, again, opening it to the side and heel into the femur bone. The toes will go and wrap around the inner leg. Squeeze everything in, get into the body, open to the side. And from there, slowly we come up. Urdhva Hastasana in Vrksasana. Exhale. A few breaths to settle into the pose. Raise your toes up to really get into the four corners of the feet and to really like do more of the arches, and lift up sides of the trunk, sides of the neck, resisting in the shoulders, pressing the hands back. With the next inhale, release the head forward a little bit, join the palms together, squeeze the elbows, and then with the exhalation, press the head back. Everything into the wall. Few breaths. Lifting of the toes, squeezing the feet towards the leg and the leg towards the foot. Lengthening the sides of the trunk, keeping the sacrum and the head in place, in line. Inhaling with the next exhale, hand to the chest, open. Every time you open, press and work more in the shoulder blades. Inhale, and with the next exhale, just release, hands to the hip. Bravo. So, that was the preparation for Utthita Trikonasana. So we were doing the rotation of the leg to go to Utthita Trikonasana. So same thing. We will micro bend the leg. This time will be your left leg. And now I'm going to use the corner. Okay, I'm here a corner just to like give a direction. For sure when I turn to the other side I will have a corner. But at least I have one corner here. And I want you guys to really feel the connection and the grounding of that back leg. And I will take a block and I will put it where normally it will be a little bit my ankle. Okay, so I will bend the leg. I will just visualize exactly what I just did with Vrksasana. I align my hip. This will be difficult, so take your time to really like do Utthita Hasta Padasana from this side, preparing Utthita Trikonasana. So back foot around 15 to 20 degrees into the body. From the ankle, the rest of the leg resists the action. And from the hip, 90 degrees out. Okay? I just move a little bit the foot because I want to make sure that the front heel is aligned with the arch, or at the beginner stage, heel to heel. Full external rotation, make sure the knee is facing the opposite way. Just bend the leg a little bit and keep on pushing the knee towards the back and resisting the action with the hip. So these will be your points of attention. So Utthita Trikonasana, inhale, bring the arms to the side. So your main point right now will be your upper hip. Inhale with the next exhale, keep on pushing, keep on pushing. The groin, the outer groin, I want you guys to bring your hand into the block, full externally rotate, bring the outer shoulder towards the wall, and with the next inhale, bring the rest of the body towards the wall. This will give you a sense of a really aligned Utthita Trikonasana. So press the head back into the wall and lengthen the sides of the neck, bringing the shoulders away, full external rotation of the arms. Stay in the pose as if you are lifting up, as you are like tightening that thigh fully and lengthening the back of the leg, and you are consciously working on that back of the leg using your thighs. Pressing everything to the wall. With the next inhale, you come back up. Come back into Tadasana. Always as a reference and to feel what happened with the size of the body. This time, we're going to go to the other wall, so bring your block to the side. Open the legs into Utthita Hasta Padasana. Okay, normally I just bring the block to that side. Bend a few times the leg, just to make sure that you understand and connect with your limitations. Remember that at the beginning you won't do like the asanas Iyengar has in light on yoga, but just connect with the limitation when you open the legs. So now, back leg, rotate in and try to push it back just to find a reference. In from the ankle, but the rest of the leg resists the action. Externally rotate from the hip, 90 degrees. The kneecap is facing the wall. This time, I want you guys to go to the wall and bring the hand towards that wall first, so you can really like push your whole body to the back leg. Align your ankles, so the inner ankle, as you squeeze the legs, is supporting the outer ankle. Everything push back into the wall. Inhale. Slowly, this wall is helping you to keep the external rotation and the lengthening of the sides of the trunk as you're pushing your back body into your inner body and you rotate fully. With the exhalation, bring your hand down and outer shoulder back into the wall. And try to really bring that hip back as much as you can and start like opening the back of the leg fully. In my case, I have an operation in my inner knee and I'm still like trying to lengthen that leg. I will shorten a little bit the space because I have a lot of tightness in my ankle and in my knee, and I'm working fully on that leg. We stay there at least 3 to 5 breaths, understanding all the actions. And with the next inhale, we come up and feet parallel. We can do a little bit of a jump. Tadasana. Tadasana, just to come into the neutral space, squeezing the legs in, bringing the toes up, finding that connection with the wall. The wall will be your guru. This is what we're using today. Mainly, most of the asanas into the wall. I want to gain a little bit more like power into the legs, so I will just take the block again, and I will do a variation of Utkatasana, and this time I want to bring the block one into the calf and the other one into my thighs. Again, the wall. So I will just bring my feet a little bit out, maybe at the level of the mat, and I will lean back. Okay. More power into the legs because we're going to be doing some Virabhadrasana II. And from there, everything up. Lift the toes off to really ground the heels. Squeeze the legs in. This is Utkatasana, variation. As you inhale, push your front body back. Expand the rib cage as you recede with your shoulders. Hands back, head back. Few breaths. As you can see, I'm already sweating, so this is getting like quite warm here. Remember that Utkata, it's just like a fierceful, like super strong, powerful asana. So we stay here because I really want to understand how grounding the heel, that action will connect me with the sacrum. Few more breaths. Stay like 3, 5. Work along the exhalation as you're making active all your leg. And then slowly before going out, release your blocks. And Uttanasana. Separate your feet a little bit wider than your hip. Lengthen your back looking forward in a variation of Urdhva Hastasana. And from there, hold your elbow resting. Inhale. Lengthen the sides of the trunk. As you exhale, squeeze your navel, belly button in. Squeeze those abs fully. Inhale, sides of the trunk. Squeeze the legs in. Softening your face completely. Okay, slowly we come up. Preparation for Virabhadrasana II into Parsvakonasana. We open the legs to the side, and this time we're going to be placing a block. Actually, I will put it like this. And I will, as we have to, we're going to put it on the side. So, place both legs to the side. And again, you always want to keep yourself pushing yourself towards the back. Why? Because this will give you an understanding when you are in the space, how and what will be the position of your whole back in relation to your head, especially to your head. Okay? So from here, with the next inhale, press your hands to the back. Internally rotate your foot from the ankle. This will be your right foot because we're going to the left leg. Right, left, we're going to the right. Inhale, with the next exhale, we're gonna really, before like bringing the hands, just bring your hands to the side. Okay, bring your hands into your hip, and I want you to start like looking at the front leg. Sometimes the front leg will require a lot of effort to really get into like the 90 degrees. So this time I will just suggest something more. Feet parallel, fold forward into a variation of Adho Mukha Svanasana. So this time I really want to like press myself back and use my hands to really lengthen the size of my trunk. And from here I will just bend the leg. So this can be my left leg, okay? Normally I'm trying to do like a mirroring. So from here I'm using the wall and now as a reference, and now I'm using my hand to really bring my knee back. Lifting the toes, grounding the heel, and trying to bring the knee on top of the heel, making sure, okay, this looks like a square 90 degree. So if you see, the seated bone is going to the back of the knee and is going down to the heel. I stay there as I'm lengthening the back leg also. I stay here for a few breaths, feeling how the inner leg is lengthening as I am really pushing as much as I can to my outer ankle. Changing the legs. Again, a little bit of like lengthening the back, that's what my body felt. And from here, I will pull all the attention to the back foot first. So inner rotation a little bit more, pushing the inner ankle to the outer ankle, and from there, external rotate fully the other leg, finding your length in between your legs. So my hand will go towards the inner knee, opening fully and resisting from the back leg. And okay, where is my 90 degrees? How does that feel? How do I breathe? Where do I find the tensions? Inhale. Stay in the asana. Softening with your face and leave a few breaths. And from here, extend the leg. One more time, a variation of Adho Mukha Svanasana with legs open towards the wall. And from here, I'm gonna climb up. Getting ready for Virabhadrasana II to Parsvakonasana. Right foot in, left foot out. As I am mirroring and I'm going first to my right, you are going to your left first. Inhale, open your arms to the side, and with the exhalation, pushing yourself back first, slowly bend the leg, making sure the foot is in the same plane of the knee. Bending, 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 bending. You can check where is your 90 degrees and how much weight you have to put back. Look at the torso. Now align your sides of the trunk as much as you can. So 90 degrees, or try to find those 90 degrees. And you can even use your hand to press yourself, shoulders back, variation of Virabhadrasana II. Once you're settled in that pose, fully grounded on the back leg, inhale, bring the arm, the back of the arm back, and with the exhalation, you will slowly bring your hand towards the block, and make sure you go into those 90 degrees fully. With the next inhale, look back and up, and press everything to the wall. Internal rotation, 90 degrees, leg pressing the arm, and everything to the wall, and up. Parsvakonasana, try to find slowly that line where you start like lengthening from the back foot all the way up to the hand. 90 degrees, I'm losing my 90 degrees. And slowly come up. Virabhadrasana II, Utthita Hastasana, slowly Tadasana. Finding that connection, again, squeezing, sacrum, shoulder blades, head. We're going to the other side. Opening the legs again. This time, left foot in, right foot out. Making sure you bend and you prepare yourself to align the sacrum, the shoulder blades, and the back of the head. Again, hands to the hip first. Bend. Bend and extend until you feel that you can get to your 90 degrees. The front hand will go into the knee. Full external rotation. And from here, ground your back foot as much as you can. Inner ankle to your outer ankle. Press your back to the wall. With the next inhale, open Virabhadrasana II first. And with the Virabhadrasana II, as you're pushing the back leg back, this will help you to really like bring more weight as much as you can in that outer ankle. Squeeze the legs in, but the outer legs down and away from each other. Bending more, bending more, bending, bending. Okay, 90 degrees. Inhale, arm up, exhale, the other arm down. I need to shorten a little bit the distance and really bend the leg. Externally rotate everything to the back. And from here, I can really find the connection with the wall. Pushing to the back foot fully, bending the leg, and externally rotate everything. The leg, and pushing towards the wall. Look up. Stay there for a few breaths. And with the next inhale, Virabhadrasana II. And from Virabhadrasana II, again, Utthita Hastasana. This time, Prasarita Padottanasana with a variation of Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pressing the sitting bones and finding that straight line. It feels amazing, this asana, because you're opening the legs, but you're also like lengthening the sides of the trunk. And with the next inhale, we slowly bring heels, toes, and slowly find your way to the floor. We're gonna find the way to the floor. We're gonna open the sides of the legs from the wall, okay? And I want to use like one of the walls for reference, and we're going to open the other one. For some people, if you cannot do like this, just take a block or sit on a block. Okay, and we prepare. Same E version that we were talking since the beginning. And we're going to stay there for a few breaths. Pressing the knees down fully, the thighs and the knees down to open the back of the knee and to lengthen the heels, aligning inner outer leg. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana in a variation of Upavistha Konasana. Again, a few breaths. Lengthening up. As you exhale, press down, squeeze the navel and the rib cage. You might feel already your legs quite warm up. So from here, slowly, with that length that you gain, I want you to start like walking forward. Get there, don't lose the E version of the feet. Press everything down into the floor. Inhale. With the exhale, just fall forward. Take a block. And I want you to slowly press your forehead on the floor as resting pose. We keep the legs open, and in this sequence, we are working fully on lengthening and activating the inner legs. So from the inner ankle, inner knees, inner groin, we keep on opening. We use the thighs to really like push everything down to lengthen the side and the back of the head, of the legs, sorry. The head in the block just as a reference for the spine to lengthen. As I inhale, I externally rotate my arms, connect my shoulder blades, resist with your shoulders to expand the rib cage. Exhale, belly button in. And slowly come back up. And I want you to prepare for a variation of Viparita Karani. So we're going to the wall. As we're going to the wall, I will just take one block. As you can see, I will just put one blanket there, and the idea is that we're going to place our sacrum on this prop. So I will come from the side, like this. I will roll back up, and then I will just push myself until I get into the wall. Okay, so a variation of Viparita Karani, pressing the sacrum into the what I just created, the block. I would just like use the wall to just look at myself. Look at your kneecaps, look at your ankles, look at your toes. So I want you to press the big toes together as we use in Tadasana. So the more we press together the toes, the rest, the more activation we get into the inner legs. Try to like unfold. This time the idea is like you unfold the sacrum and the table to lengthen the sacrum, and to also, as you inhale, you bring your top of the chest towards your chin, and you lengthen your neck, and you increase the connection of the shoulder blades. And we are going to stay here as a final asana before Savasana. So quite of a very strong, powerful sequence, understanding and using the wall for guiding you as a guru to really find the correct action, the aligned action of the body. Okay, you can also play here a little bit with Vrksasana. Now that your legs are open, or even Swastikasana as you did before. One side, another side. And I even felt like try a little bit to open the legs to the side. This is a beautiful way to open the legs because gravity will help you to do the work. We stay there for some time. And once you feel you are ready, you will slowly roll out and prepare yourself for Savasana. So in this Savasana, I want to bring my feet into the wall and use that leverage that the wall is doing to really like press my whole back into the yoga mat. And from there, I just make sure that I create that lengthening of the lower back, bringing my buttocks away, connecting the shoulder blades in, and then we stay in Savasana for at least 5 to 10 minutes until you make sure that your whole nervous system comes down and that we integrate the activation and the balancing poses, and the body slowly learn how to restructure all the actions that we just gain awareness into our class. So slowly bend the legs, roll to the outside, and thank you so much for watching. I wish you a beautiful practice, and take your time, take the video to really like decompose and understand all the actions that we are working through. Leave us your comments into the channel. Remember to subscribe in Desa Yogi if you haven't done it, and I wish you a beautiful practice. Namaste.